So Tulsi Gabbard has been picking up some serious street cred. She got some pretty big endorsements this week. First of all, Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, and also Cardi B, one of the most successful rap artists in the world, both essentially came out endorsing her. So Jack Dorsey, the CEO of Twitter, what's great about this is now we can all pretty much rest assured that she's not going to be smeared by at least Twitter's algorithm, that she's probably safe on that platform since Jack Dorsey is a big fan. He's probably not going to allow the algorithm to work against her. There's still a lot of people against her on Twitter, a lot of ignorant, naive people, unfortunately, that we've got to convert still. And if you're one of those people, then forgive me for saying you're not naive or ignorant. You're converting right now. You're seeing the way. You're seeing the error of your ways, and now you're seeing the light, and you're realizing that being an anti-war candidate is a good thing, that you want peace, right? You want the big military-industrial complex to end, right? Yeah. So Jack Dorsey maxed out his donations to Tulsi Gabbard, and which was over $5,500, and also he gave $1,000 to Andrew Yang's campaign. You know what's great about Jack Dorsey donating? Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Twitter, as many of you know, and I'm not even a big fan of Cardi B. I actually don't like her at all, but I do like that both of them have come out and have endorsed Tulsi Gabbard. So they at least both seem to know what is up when it comes to politics, which is great. What is great about Jack Dorsey is, if you remember, also Alexis Ohanian, who is the founder of Reddit, also came out in an interview pretty much endorsing Tulsi Gabbard, saying that he thinks that she is the candidate. And you know what both of these guys know is they have these platforms that see the trends. Reddit sees the trends. Twitter sees the trends. And both of these guys have come out saying Tulsi Gabbard is one. Funny, because I talk to people who only consume mainstream media and they are oblivious. They have no idea. You know, they're sitting there saying, oh, no, she doesn't have a chance in hell. She's a small candidate. And here I am trying to convince them, saying, no, no, no. I mean, look, she's trending on Reddit. She's trending on Twitter. These are major big platforms. Here in the YouTube community, many of us are huge Tulsi Gabbard supporters. We are all people who know what is up, who are in the underground internet world. That's not really even underground. This is mainstream. More people are consuming these platforms than other traditional media platforms. And we're telling you, Tulsi Gabbard is it. She's got it. She's got it. She's got the best chance of beating Donald Trump. She's a progressive. She gets the progressive vote. And she's also, she's got enough about her that independents like, and even some right-wingers like. But people smear her and eviscerate her for getting any right-wing support, which makes no sense. That should be the person that the Democratic Party is celebrating. The person who has very strong democratic values, who votes progressive all the time, has a clean voting record, and also can gain right-wing support. That is your dream come true. Not to mention she's young, she's a woman, she's of mixed race, and she's a she, right? So I just said that. But you get it, right? I mean, the Democratic Party should be doing backflips over the fact that they've got a candidate who can pull so much support from so many different varieties of people and gain a huge audience online and gain this kind of viral persona where people are like, yes, Tulsi Gabbard is the one. I mean, Democratic Party, you should be doing backflips. This is your woman. That's who you got right in front of you. So Jack Dorsey giving that endorsement just kind of adds to that what many of us here in the YouTube community know, what Alexis Ohanian, founder of Reddit, already knows, and it is that Tulsi Gabbard has a strong online presence, and online is where it's at. Cardi B. Now, here's another person that knows what's up. Now, I'm not a big fan of Cardi B. She's got some history of assaulting men that I'm not okay with at all. But one thing about Cardi B, now I don't understand her music. I've never really been a big fan, but that's because I'm old and not hip, apparently. But she does know trends. I mean, you got to give it to her. She understands how to build an audience. She understands what's cool. She understands what people want. I mean, she's like a phenom in this. She's been able to take the rap world by storm. To every major artist wants to work with her. She is the it girl right now. And she came out with this post. She actually posted this on her Instagram story. It is this picture. Let me show it to you. It is the reworking of the Rolling Stone photograph. Now, here's the original photo with Nancy Pelosi in it. And here's the one that Cardi B put in her stories. Here it says, the real progressive women in the Democratic Party. And then I love what it says here. It says, women shaping the future. And then it lists Tulsi's name, Tulsi Gabbard, and the new voices of the House. And then down at the very bottom, it's hard for you to read, but it says, the people who added Nancy Pelosi are ignorant. Nancy Pelosi is a neoliberal, third-way establishment Democrat and not a progressive. So, look, Cardi B knows what's up. I mean, she knows what people want. She knows trends, and she gets it. I've got to give her mad props, mad respect. She understands what is up. So, hey, those are really big endorsements. That is, and again, it's just a showing that those who are who understand trends, who know what's really going on, who are in the scene, in a way, totally, and understand that Tulsi Gabbard is the best shot we have at beating Donald Trump and having a solid, not just beating Donald Trump. I know people are really obsessed with that, and I'm not obsessed with beating Donald Trump. I want the best possible good candidate to defeat him. And if the person the Democratic Party ends up putting up is not that person, and I think that person is just going to continue to reel us backwards, then I am not all that keen on just defeating Donald Trump just to defeat him. I think that we are in an economic war. We're in a war with the elites, the oligarchs, the military-industrial complex. And if we don't get the right person in that position, then what ends up happening is we become complacent. Like, for example, if Joe Biden gets the nomination, I'm not voting for Joe Biden. I'm telling you right now. And if you think that means Donald Trump's going to win and I've lost it, and I made it to where Trump wins and it's all my fault, then okay, then I guess it is, if that's what you're going to think. But here's the deal. Somebody like Joe Biden, if he gets in and he continues on with the status quo and says nothing will fundamentally change and the rich are going to stay rich and the poor will stay poor and everything will just continue on, but at least we won't be racist. If that's the idea, then I'm not going for it, because that just means everybody in the Democratic Party is going to take a deep sigh of relief. They're going to say all is well in the world now. They're going to continue forward with Joe Biden. They're going to think that's the path forward, that the progressive movement didn't work, that it's dead, that it's a no-go, and we're never going to get nice things, because they're going to continue forward with basically a Republican, Joe Biden, who's just basically a Republican who's not racist. And that is going to be the way forward with the Democratic Party. I'm not willing to compromise this fight. I am not willing to say, okay, fine, we're just going to be two factions of the Republican Party, and dead are the real leftist Democrats. Dead is the real progressive movement. I'm not willing to kill it off like that. I'll take, if it means 4 more years of Trump in order to win the fight next time, then that's what it means. But we don't have to do that, guys. We don't have to do that. If you wake up and you realize that Tulsi Gabbard has the best shot at beating Donald Trump, we don't have to do that. Okay, those of us on YouTube have been screaming at you about it. Now you've got Jack Dorsey, you've got Alexis Onahan, both of them with major online platforms, and you got Cardi B. What else do you need? So, now, Tulsi Gabbard has made this next debate. They actually just did the draw tonight, which, they pitted Biden against Kamala Harris again. So we'll see how that goes. Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren are going to be against each other. Tulsi Gabbard is going to be on that second night with Biden and Kamala Harris. She has made that debate, which is great. She still needs about 30,000 individual unique donors. So if you've already donated to her, donate some more, because her campaign needs money, but it won't count. We need new donors, 30,000 new donors to get her back on that debate stage in September. I believe that she's made the mark for the polls. They upped the poll. It was for this first round of debates, you needed to make 1% in at least 2 of the polls, or you needed to get 65,000 individual unique donors. And now they've upped it for the September debates. It's 130,000 unique individual donors, and you need to get 2% in 4 of the polls. I believe she made the polls, but she's still about 30,000 shy to make the debates in September. So if you're new to this channel and you haven't donated to Tulsi Gabbard, even $1 will do. If you've got more, great. But let's keep her going, because she really does have the best shot at not only defeating Donald Trump, but being a solid candidate who can make actual effective change here in America. And that is what we want. So I'll put the link down below to make it easy for you. But, I'm a big Tulsi Gabbard fan, love her. I love Bernie Sanders as well. I'm a big Bernie Sanders person, but he's pretty safe. He's making the debate. He's going all the way. He's making the debates. Andrew Yang is great. I like him as well. Marianne Williamson, big fan, big fan. There's a lot of really great candidates out there, but I do think that out of all of the candidates, that Tulsi Gabbard has the absolute best shot. If she were put up, if they come to their senses and realize that Tulsi Gabbard is the key, and they put her up as the nominee, she absolutely would beat Donald Trump. She would be his biggest foe. That is faux show. I'm so corny. Anyway, so that's my cue to end this video. Thank you for watching. Please support this channel. You can do so via my Patreon link down below, or PayPal. And what else do I got here for you? Otherwise, just share the videos. Share them. That really helps. Subscribe, hit the bell, all of that. They have been limiting our channels. So it really helps when you share them on all of your social media platforms, and also just when you subscribe and hit the bell. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again.